Hey, welcome to today's episode of Heroes and Videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new comics I picked up this week and a couple of weeks ago, as well as one of those books is the best comic book I have read this year. Seriously, the best comic, my favorite comic book so far in 2025. That's coming up at the end of the video. Would love to have you hit like if you enjoy the channel and subscribe. And with no further ado, we're going to get right into it. First up is Giant Size X-Men number 2. This is an event that Marvel's been running this summer with giant size books, with putting Ms. Marvel in various eras in the X-Men history, if you will, in the new X-Men history. There's been a giant size X-Men 1, giant size Dark Phoenix, giant size Age of Apocalypse. I know I'm missing at least one era in there, but it's been fascinating to see her interact again with, to borrow a phrase from the Doctor, with things going all timey-wimey. Not too much of a spoiler to let you know time travel is involved. It's gotten really convoluted. Bendis did that run where he brought the teenage X-Men, the original X-Men, into the current Marvel Universe, 10, 15 years ago. And so these characters, particularly, let's say, teenage Cyclops, had met Ms. Marvel and retained those memories when they went back, which is also kind of interesting. Again, things get very confusing with time travel, but just a really good series, good book. If you're a fan of Ms. Marvel, if you're a fan of the new X-Men or X-Men history, which who isn't, it's a great story. A little on the darker side, we have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. The spoiler is right there in the title. This is a limited series. I picked it up just looking to see if it lived up to Aliens versus Avengers, which I've talked about in another video. It does. It also has one of the more haunting final scenes in this book that I can recall. It really kind of stuck with me, just beautifully rendered. Honestly, the final scene is better than the rest of the book, just in terms of the presentation. Again, sorry for the mild spoiler. I don't think that really tells you anything, but I'm enjoying that. So very good. If you like Predator Universe, if you like the Marvel Universe, I guess we've got a bit of a theme here with universes colliding, because next up we have Kevin Smith presents Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob. Again, two other universes colliding. Not quite as brutal as Predator and the Marvel Universe, but definitely just as odd of a juxtaposition there. I really love this book. I picked it up as a novelty. Side note, Dogma was out in theaters again this year for the first time in forever. Went to see it. It still holds up. It's good. If you're a fan of Jay and Silent Bob and the View Askew universe with the Kevin Smith movies, and if you're a fan of Archie, you'll love this. So not for kids, as you could probably tell. I can't imagine a kid's book with Jay in it. But it's funny. I laughed out loud a couple of times in this. They do an amazing job of blending these two universes. You'll see in the corner, up in the upper left corner there, the not approved by the Comics Code Authority, and it is not. Kevin Smith does a great job writing this. Again, any number of connections and jokes and things I wouldn't have necessarily thought of, obviously, but it works, and it's really clever. And the art is just perfect Archie style art. Just love it. The New Jersey and Riverdale meet, and it was just fun. If you enjoy both of those properties, you should really pick that up. I got a number of hearty laughs out of that book. Speaking of family, we go from not necessarily family approved to Marvel's first family. This is Fantastic Four number 2. I think Legacy 728. It's the second volume of Ryan North's run. Again, as with earlier in this video, time travel is involved. It's part of the New World Under Doom, peripherally, but it kind of, it's helped take the Fantastic Four off the table for some of that event at Marvel. Really loving this book. Science, just as with the last volume, with Ryan North, science is very much involved in all this, or at least science fiction science, which was the case with Lee and Kirby's Fantastic Four run. It was science fiction science. The only thing I'll say about this, and I don't know if it was the artist's choice in Volume 1 or if it was yours, Ryan, I'm sure you're a fan of the channel, is not a fan of Johnny's mustache, gotta say. And I know that's weird and that I have my own, but But yeah, it's starting to, and I can't believe I'm making this joke. It is starting to grow on me a little bit. But if I, if I could change anything about this book, it might be to remove Johnny's mustache, though it is the most unique thing they've done to the character in a while, at least in terms of appearance. While we're talking about Fantastic Four, First Steps is still in theaters. Superman's still in theaters. I think for both of those films, it's the last week. So if you haven't seen them, get out to the theater and see those movies. They are great, fun films. A whole different video about how quickly things are going to streaming, but they're big event pictures that it helps to see on the big screen. Even if you've seen them, go see them a second time. I hope to see them again this week before the run ends. That's the end of the movie note for this episode of Heroes and Videos. Last couple of books I picked up this week. One was Vision and the Scarlet Witch, number 3, a very beautiful variant cover. I picked up number 1 of this book and didn't read it at first. Read it in the past week or so and enjoyed it so much. Here's number 1. Enjoyed it so much, I picked up 2 and 3 this week off the stands as well. If you love both of these characters, if you love their history, it's just a really, really good book. I know Tom King had that amazing Vision run. I'm not quite ready to put this on that level yet. Here's number 2, a very haunting cover with the Grim Reaper. Speaking of that Tom King run, the Grim Reaper, and I've talked in the past about perspective. You've got our hero and heroine there reflected in the blade. I love the fact that the blood, is where Wanda's reflection is as the Scarlet Witch, and White Vision down there at the bottom, as well as the coloring or the shading, I guess I should say, with the Grim Reaper in those eyes. That's just something else. It's a really dark and haunting cover, if you will, but it's a great book. A lot of times with comics, creators don't necessarily pay heed to continuity as much. That book does. It deals with not only their continuity for both characters, where they were, where they are, where they may end up. It pays tribute to that, and it honors it, and it moves it forward. So that for the first time in a long time, I'm curious about where Vision and Scarlet Witch are going. So if you're not reading that, you should pick it up. So we're up to my favorite comic so far in 2025. There have been some clues behind me on the rack, just in case you were wondering what property we're talking about. If you're a fan of the new Teen Titans, and even the old Teen Titans from the 60s, and particularly though the 80s revamp of the book with Marv Wolfman and George Perez, you will love this next book. Titans Annual number 1. I think technically under CLZ, it's Titans Annual 2025. You'll see 6 of the original 7. I'm not sure why Wally West didn't get on here, but and the primary character on that cover is the lead protagonist of the book, Donna Troy. This book is something else. It's just beautiful. The art is phenomenal. The writing is next level. Both of those are done by Phil Jimenez. Sorry, Phil. If you were a fan of the Titans book after Perez left, he came in and was very much in that same style. He wrote and drew this book, and it is just next level. I'm going to show you a little bit of the inside. I don't want to spoil too much of it. This is a page that was, I don't think that spoils much if you know anything about that character's history. Let's see if I can get it where it's not too much glare. Yeah, it's just not a lot of words on this 2-page spread. There are a lot of words in this book, but it's beautifully written. If you love the new Titans, if you love the new Teen Titans, that era, if you love Donna Troy, this is the book for you. I don't know that many people that have come up to me and said, I can't remember the last time somebody came up and said, hey, wow, I'd really like to know more about Donna Troy. But she did kind of get left out of Teen Titans Go. She's one of she and Wally kind of got the short end of the stick there when it comes to popularity in the cartoon. But yeah, new Teen Titans in the 80s. This is really a love letter to that era, as well as to the 60s Titans. An in-depth character study. It's about relationships with her and the Titans and her own family. If you remember I think it was New Teen Titans number 38 that did the Who is Donna Troy a cover or story that was just one shot that was really good, just ahead of the New Titans 39 over my shoulder here. It's a great companion piece for that. But it's next level. This is beyond that. This is just touching. It gets you right, right in the heart. It's just a beautiful, beautiful story. Well written, well drawn. The coloring's phenomenal. It's not quite painted. It's not painted, but it is next level in terms of it just seems there's a gloss. There's a intricacy to it. It is just really good. If you enjoy Teen Titans, if you enjoy Donna Troy, if you just enjoy those 80s books, that iteration of the team, I'll say, you should be reading this book. It's one of those books that I feel like if you want to, it's next level. If you want to show somebody, hey, here's what comics are all about, this is a phenomenal book. You should be reading comics. This is a book to show them. If you don't have Titans Annual 2025, you should go out and get one. Again, I cannot stress enough. This is Heroes and Video's favorite comic book so far here in 2025. Would love to hear what you think is your favorite comic book here this year. Caveat for me is that I read most of the big two, sometimes some independents. I'll be putting together a year-end list, of course, like everybody else. But please, in the comments, let me know what your favorite book is so far this year. Would love to have you subscribe to the channel. With that, we're going to wrap today's episode of Heroes and Videos. Please, as always, keep reading comics, keep going to see movies in theaters, and be kind to each other.